this edition of the Coiffed Cafe. I am your host, Calvis J. Williamson, and today we have the dynamic duo of Eugene and Faith Graham, founders and CEOs of M.I.E, Motivate, Inspire, and Encourage, a faith-based organization headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida, with a mission of inspiring and making faith applicable to everyday life for the youth in their community. Welcome, Faith and Eugene, to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about M.I.E and what was your inspiration for this organization?
The inspiration for this organization came about when I was at the group home that I currently work at, foster home here in Jacksonville. And I noticed that the young ladies at the group home did not have any outside help, any positive adult in their lives.
Right.
So I was talking with them and I was asking them, why do you do some of the things that you do? And they basically said because we have no one in our lives to lead us in the right direction and give us that positive feedback that they are so wanting and so needing. So I asked them basically, tell me three words that will get you going. And they said someone would motivate me to do right. Maybe I will do right. Maybe I will go to school when I'm asked to go to school instead of being rebellious. They also, another young lady said if she can just get inspired in some way to be better than her siblings and her family. And another one said she just basically needs some encouragement. And it basically came from there with the needs of these young ladies that I work with on a day-to-day basis. That's where the inspiration came from.
Right. And so what are some of the ways that you all are motivating, inspiring, and encouraging the youth?
The idea came up and we wanted to actually start in our hometown. We're based in Jacksonville, but the goal was to try to impact some of those kids in the area where we came from. So we started with my hometown in Reddick, Florida. The youth rally there, which went over very well. It was a rally that resembled some of the things that we did when I was younger. My wife jumped in. She was fully supportive and pushed it real hard to make sure that we were able to get a positive voice into the community there. We're actually working on a basketball camp here in Jacksonville that we'll be doing with kindergarten, sixth grade. We're going to be working with just some of the basics and fundamentals of basketball, just kind of giving the kids something to do and kind of get them started with a sport. A lot of times kids just, idle time is the worst time. You got to have something for them to do. So with school getting out, we're just trying to find something to actually give the kids to do and also give the parents a break as well. But those are just some of the things we're doing. We're looking to do some parent consulting with teenagers. We're going to be doing some more youth rallies. We actually have another event coming up in Ocala as well. My wife is going to be putting something together down in Vero Beach, Florida, and just different things to kind of keep the kids active, because as long as they have something to do positive, it's going to kind of eliminate some of that negative stuff that they're doing.
Right, and we also had an event in December where we talked to some teenage moms.
Okay.
And I was an example because I was a teenage mom.
Okay.
And it was simply trying to motivate them, try and encourage them that just because you made one hiccup doesn't mean that you stop there. So that was a form that we did around the Christmas holidays to help encourage those young parents that just because you made, and I really want to say a mistake, but in their eyes they thought they made a mistake. Just because you made a mistake, look at the success that I have made, or look at the success that others have made throughout what you thought was a mistake, and see how you can turn it around. So really trying to encourage them to not feel so down about the decision or the situation that they're faced or that they are currently in, but to look at the bright side of things about the situation.
Right. Now, I noticed that you all said that you're going to different cities, and for your organization to be so young, I see that you are making a point to travel and to make your organization mobile. And I was just wondering, how does that relate to a financial responsibility for your organization, and how can people get involved in helping you all further your mission?
Well, at this point, we're in the process of setting up our donation fund because we're going to definitely be needing help from the community. It's not a process that's easy.
Okay,
when you're talking
right.
about being in different communities, different cities. So the funding is definitely an issue, but we're doing the best we can at this point just to get projects and mentoring groups and different things that we can get into the community that doesn't have a real high overhead cost.
Okay.
So the stuff that we're doing is, I won't say it's low cost, but it's stuff that we can do as a quick change to get into the community and let people see, okay, you don't have to wait. Let's go ahead and make a move right now. Let's motivate somebody now. Let's inspire somebody now. And let's encourage somebody now. Regardless of whether we have money to do it, we're going to do everything we can to help these youth as fast as possible.
Right. So let me ask you this then. For people who are wanting to become active just in general with nonprofit organizations and just thinking about the experiences that you all have come across in developing M.I.E, what type of advice can you give to others to start organizations and, like you said, to go ahead and get involved?
Well, I definitely think if it's a passion, if it's something that you are generally, you have a love for it, then start the groundwork. Like I said earlier in the interview, that I was basically having a conversation. I saw the need early on, years and years ago, but it wasn't until I really sat down with about 4 young ladies from different homes and really had some conversation as to if these 4 young ladies need my help or need help from the community, how many others might need mine. So the advice I would give to others that want to start any type of organization or any type of foundation, go with your heart, go with your passion, and do groundwork. Do some research to see if there's a need. And there was a need in Jacksonville for some type of mentoring group. Although you have the little the groups that come into the school, but sometimes students see that, well, that's the school and I don't want to be affiliated with it because it's school and I'm tired of school. So if they see a young couple, someone, or some people that's devoted to something and then have the listening ear to just what they want to say, then they'll be more apt to listen what we have going on.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, or the easiest way to put it is, you got to find a way to meet them at their needs.
Exactly.
If you already know that you're working with a group of troubled youth, working with a group of youth that they're clearly not on that same track of what I guess society would call those that are, the good ones.
Right.
You got to go and meet them at their needs. If you know that this is a rough bunch, you got to be able to get that level and understand, hey, it's going to take some outside of the box thinking. Go ahead and reach these kids. So yeah, my wife and I, we both have experience working with kids that are cursing you out from head to toe, but you also know this is still somebody's child.
Exactly. Right.
You still got to give them that same love and respect that you would give your own because this is somebody's child.
And not only because it's someone's child, but they are children of God. Yeah, first of all. So you have to always think about that. They were created, so you want him to be pleased with the work that you're doing with what he created, and that he thinks is perfect. People can, if you want to volunteer, we have an interest form. If you want to be interested, we have a website. We'll throw it out a bit later. But we have a website. You can go to the website, send us your interest, and we ask the volunteers if we want people to come out and help.
And that's pretty much where it started with just us. I mean, as you were asking about other, organizations wanting to start, you gotta understand that this is not something that you're gonna be paid, but you're not getting, you're getting rich off it. You're doing this because passion, and a lot of the startup work is volunteer work. You gotta know that you're going in and you're not getting nothing out of it but the satisfaction and gratification that you're helping somebody.
Right.
Trying to make a change, and you're trying to affect change in a positive way. So volunteers are definitely needed in our organization, M.I.E. needs you, but more than anything, the kids, the youth need.
Right. So you briefly mentioned, and we're going to go in just a bit, but you briefly mentioned an event that's going to be happening in July in Ocala. If you could throw out the dates for that event.
July 14th, it'll be at Bethel Baptist Church, Marion Oaks. Pastor Dale Thompson is pastor there. We're looking to have a miracle in Marion Oaks. That's what we're on the event.
Yes.
We'll pack the place with as many youth as possible. We'd love to have everyone come on out and show their support.
Well, I just want to say that I had the pleasure, my husband and I had the pleasure of attending the first rally in Reddick for M.I.E. and it was such a wonderful turnout, and just the way that everybody interacted with the kids and just made faith real and just simple for the kids to go back and take those things that they learn and apply it to everyday life. So I want to say thank you to Eugene and Faith Graham of M.I.E. for joining us here on the Coiffed Cafe. All of their information will be at the end of this video, and it will be in the dialogue box below if you're watching on YouTube, and I will be posting the information on the Coiffed Cafe's Facebook page. You can email us at coiffedcafe@gmail.com. And what is the email that they can contact you all at?
M.I.E. team, that's MIETEEN @yahoo.com. All
right. Thank you all. And in a few minutes. And like their Facebook as well. That's right.
Yeah.
So if you all would stay tuned for a couple of minutes, I'm going to present some dynamic duo mixes of ingredients that you all will be able to use for the hair, face, and skin after this brief intermission.